Eminent domain. Eminent domain refers to the power of the government to take private property and convert it into public use, referred to as taking. All right, shalom, shalom. Before I start, I want to give all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. That's Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem or Kakadash, as well as the double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth from, and a shalom to the rest of the elders in Achium around the globe, bringing this word out with sincerity, truth, and diligence. And the title of this lesson is we don't own shit, because a lot of our people are trapped under the illusion of voting and that they've somehow magically been freed, that slavery was a long time ago, but they don't actually realize that they're still slaves today. And one of the ways you can prove that is property taxes. If I own a house and I buy the house and pay for the house, why the hell do I annually get taxed on it? That shows you don't really own it. If you own the house, you wouldn't have to pay a higher a government system, pay annual taxes on it. And one of the ways they can also take your property is by way of eminent domain. So why I brought that out, let's read it again. Eminent domain refers to the power of the government to take private property and convert it into public use. So for example, let's say, being in living in Las Vegas, Nevada, there's rumors of an NBA expansion team. Let's say I own a house with a couple acres of property, and they plan on putting a new NBA stadium where my property is. The government can come down and say, hey, we finna take your property. We'll give you a couple nickels for it, whatever, but we're taking this property and your private property is now ours. It's public use. That's it shows you never own shit. Never mind the property taxes. And it's just this is not our rest. So let's get a couple scriptures on this, because the same people that implemented these rules, this is how they took the world, and in particular the Americas, North, Central, and South America. Micah 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And that's it's in the power of their hand. They can take your property, Jake, in no time. It ain't nothing. It's in the power of their hand. That's the spirit. Verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And why is that? Because the Lord has given the power of the earth into the hands of the wicked. The wicked being you so-called white people. You're the wicked. Just look at your resume. Look at your history. Everything you got was by way of blood and violence. Job 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So that's how Esau gets down. Why would you want to live in a place where even I pay for a $10 million mansion and I think I'm living it up, but then how much you gonna have to pay them property taxes annually? That's a percentage on the value of your home. You got to pay that every year. Well, who the hell are you paying that to? Okay? And it shows you, because it wouldn't be that big of a deal even if I had to pay property taxes and I could cover it. It is what it is. It's whatever. I'm still living it up. But our people are the ones who are living in financial hardship. So that afflicts and affects our people the most, Let's get this, because the wicked, you so-called white people, you're not in trouble as other men. So that wicked decree of property taxes don't affect you as much as it affect our people. Psalm 73 verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Speaking on you so-called white people, because this is your kingdom. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence, there's that word violence again, covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. So Esau Edom, he acts like he ain't do shit. You mentioned the atrocities that have been committed against our people, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and that was a long time ago. That was 200 years ago. But really, it was our grandparents' generation. That was just yesterday. That wasn't that long ago, and they're still profiting off of that atrocity that they're committed, and our people are still suffering. Okay, let's get another one. Speaking on the financial curses, because this wouldn't be that big of a deal if you could afford all of these taxes. But this, our people are like triple enslaved, triple times over. Physical slavery, you got slavery, it says our women are against us. They use child support and that to mess up the home. We still got to pay taxes. We're enslaved all over. And one of the worst current day is financially, because we're not in the fields anymore in like chattel slavery, but we're still catching hell working on these modern day plantations, these jobs, and we're catching hell financially. Baruch 3 verse 8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. Let's get another one that goes straight on with that in Haggai, the first chapter, Haggai 1:6. And this is every day for Jake. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to be put into a bag with holes. And that's why I brought up that Psalms the 73, because Esau Edom, he's got the whole earth, and as well as Job 9:24. He's got everything. He's got billions upon trillions, and he don't want Jake to have a penny. No matter what, he don't want us having nothing, which shows you, that we have enemies, and this guy's the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is the oppressor that the Holy Scriptures are speaking of. And let's close it off. We're going to close this in Hebrews 13 verse 14, because us in a sound mind, we can understand and see clear as day, like a magnifying glass, that this system is oppressive as fuck, and it's always going to be oppressive. Ain't no changes going to happen. It's in knowing the prophecy, it's going to get much worse. Okay, but we're seeking for a kingdom where we actually own the property and we own it. We not paying taxes and getting taxed to death, or someone can take it in the middle of the night or make some excuse and intercept your property. That's hell. Hebrews 13 verse 14, for we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. And in the kingdom, this is all going to be, just like Jake and in particular Judah of the 12 tribes, the so-called Negroes are at the bottom. Jake is going to be at the top in the kingdom forever, ever. And Esau, you're going to be the new niggas in the kingdom. You going to know how it feels to not have shit. You going to know how it feels to be oppressed. You going to really understand how prejudice feels in that day. And we're slowly starting to see it happen, that transition, those birth pains going from one kingdom to another. Actually, let's close that on that. Kingdom translated. So, because we're living in this transition right now. Ecclesiasticus 10 verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And I'm just going to skip down to verse 10. The physician, which is Yahushai, cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. So right now, Esau Edom, he on top. he oppressing the fuck out of Jake and our people, but pretty soon that's gonna come to an end. In the kingdom, that's gonna seem like nothing, and his remembrance in the earth is gonna also seem like nothing. So I hope this was edifying. Shalom.